was wondering if you could talk a little bit about unknowing, in the sense of, so I don't know Rebecca, your wife. I don't know you very well. I've got to know you a little bit over the last few days. But it's not that I don't know her and you know her, but it sounds like you're saying I don't know her and you don't know her in a different way. There's a type of not knowing somebody because you've never met them, and there's a type of not knowing someone who you know deeply and intimately. And obviously those have two very different textures to them. So you're talking about the second type of an unknowing that comes from this intimate knowledge, not an unknowing of ignorance.
I mean, it's a challenging thesis, right? That love is tied in a deep way to unknowing, because most often we virtually define love by knowing. You know, it's the most commonplace thing that the two lovers kind of moonstruck, staring into each other's eyes, and they say, "Oh, darling, I feel like I've known you all my life, and it's only been an hour and a half." Or they say, "We must have known each other in another life." Right? So certain, you know, the connection seems so kind of unassailable. Or we say having sex is having carnal knowledge. I mean, the Bible literally calls love knowing. So where do I get off saying it's more about unknowing? I think we're extremely unaccustomed, to say the least, of thinking of it this way. But I've become at least tempted by the suspicion that when lovers tell each other, "Oh dear, it's like I've always known you," actually they're covering over a mild anxiety over the fact they don't actually know each other, but they're feeling stuff that seems predicated on intimate knowing. That is almost a kind of, and I suspect this is true of all of us, we're all defended against unknowing. But doesn't that mean that we're all defended against each other? Because we don't know. We'll see tomorrow if I can make this point more palpable. My own contention is it's absolutely at the heart of the Lacanian theory of subjectivity. Not only that there is the unconscious, that we don't, in some very significant sense, know ourselves, but also that our encounter with the fellow human being, more of this tomorrow, but our encounter with the fellow human being is really centered upon, very electrically related to what we find unknowable, hidden and threatening in them. All of them.